Hello children, welcome back to another video of mine. Today I'm not going to tell you any important concept related to any chapter, but I'm going to concentrate on all those important questions with answers which you can expect for your coming board exam. So let's begin with the first history chapter, Nationalism in India. My dear children, this lesson question answers is divided into 3 videos. Part 1, we will be concentrating on all those important questions answers which starting from the satyagraha movement up to non-cooperation movement. Part 2 video will concentrate on all important questions related to the civil disobedience movement. And part 3 will have all those questions related to Pune Pact and the feeling of nationalism in India. So shall we begin one by one? Now, let's see the first question. How did the First World War create a new economic and political situation in India? Explain with examples. This is a very common question which is usually asked in the board. So what are the key points for this question, children? 5 key points. Number 1, income tax introduced. Number 2, customs duty were doubled. Number 3, crops failed which resulted in food shortage. Number 4, an influenza epidemic. And the last one, forced recruitment of peasants into the British Army. Now children, let's see what is question number 2. What is meant by satyagraha? And explain the satyagraha movement. A very important map question. So let's see the answer to this. Satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth and the need to search for truth. That's all. What are the 3 satyagraha movements? 1917, Champaran in Bihar, oppression, plantation system. 1917 again, Kedar district of Gujarat, revenue demands for the peasants. And 1918 in Ahmedabad, the cotton mill workers problem. Children, this is a very important map question, so please do not forget to learn where these places are located in the map. Now what is question number 3? What is meant by Rowlatt Act and Jallianwala Bagh incident? Well, let's look at them one by one. First, Rowlatt Act. 4 points. Rowlatt Act means it gave the British government the right to repress any political activities and also to put any political leaders into prison without an explanation for 2 years. Number 2, the British government decided to attack the nationalists. Number 3, on 10th April, a police in Amritsar fired at a peaceful procession, and this led to a chaos, and all the Indians got angry and they started attacking the banks, post office, railway stations, etc. Last point for this, martial law was imposed and General Dyers was on command. Now the next one is Jallianwala Bagh incident. This incident took place on 13th April. A large crowd came to attend a meeting in Jallianwala Bagh. Few of them came to protest against the government rules, and few of them came to attend the annual Baisakhi. General Dyers blocked the entrance and opened fire, killing thousands of people. After Jallianwala Bagh incident, people became so angry that they went on strike. Clashes with police took place and they started attacking the government building. Children, this is very important questions. You can expect any one of them for your board exam. So please learn them thoroughly. Question number 4. Why did Gandhiji decide to launch a nationwide satyagraha against the proposed Rowlatt Act of 1919? How was this organized? Children, well, this has got only 2 points. First, let's look at when non-cooperation movement started. It was launched in the year 1920. How did Gandhiji propose to launch this movement? 2 points, children. Surrender the titles that the government had awarded to the citizens. Number 2, boycott of civil service, army, police, court, and legislative councils, etc. Question number 5. How did non-cooperation movement spread in cities? State the reason for the failures in the city. Children, this is a very important 5 marks question, or let me say one of the favorite questions of the board. So let's have a look at it. Please mark this question without any fail. First one, how did it take place in the cities? Thousands of students, teachers, headmasters left the government-controlled schools, colleges. Lawyers gave up legal practice. Number 2, the production of Indian textile, mills and handlooms went up and people started boycotting foreign goods. Now, what were the reasons for the failures? First reason, khadi was expensive. Number 2, less institution for the students and teachers to choose from. So, they went back to the government schools and lawyers were forced to go back to government court. Question number 6. How has non-cooperation movement spread in the countryside? Explain. Children, when you see such a question, please remember that you have to write about the Awad as well as Godam Hills. It's often seen that children write any one of them. In such a scenario, you will lose marks. So please bear in mind, when you see the word countryside, you have to write about Awad as well as Godam Hills. Now let's see what happened in Awad. In Awad, peasants were led. This movement was led by Baba Ramachandran. The movement was against talukas, who charged high interest, and peasants had to do begar. By the end of 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ramachandran formed the old Kisan Sabha. Now, what happened in Godam Hills? In Godam Hills, Andhra Pradesh, a militant guerrilla movement was organized under the leadership of Aru. Now let's look at question number 7. It is about the plantation workers in Assam. The plantation workers in Assam had their own understanding of Mahatma Gandhi and the notion of Swaraj. Support the statement with argument. When such a question comes, you have to directly write about the plantation workers. So how did they look at Swaraj? Let's have a look. For the plantation workers in Assam, freedom means right to move freely in and out and also to have a link with their village. When they heard about a non-cooperation movement, thousands of workers left the plantation and to reach home. They believed that Gandhi Raj meant that they would be given land in their own village. But unfortunately, they were never able to reach their destination. They were caught up by the police and brutally beaten up. So for this question, these are the 4 key points. Well, children, this is the last question for this video. What is that question, children? Why did Gandhiji decide to call off the non-cooperation movement? When such a question comes, it has only got 3 points. Number 1, the movement became very violent. Number 2, some leaders wanted to participate in the election to the Provincial Council. And the last one, the violent incident of Chauri Chaura. So these are the 3 reasons why Mahatma Gandhi decided to call off the non-cooperation movement. Well, children, we come to the end of part 1 of this video. I'll be back again with more question answers in part 2. Till then, take care. Bye.